What? Flexing on the views, flexing on the dunes. Everybody, Zoom 360 here on the go. In usual fashion, we are late because I'm still in the apartment and it is 8:27 in the morning. Yep. And I was supposed to leave at 6. So, but it's all good. I think that we should be able to accomplish what we are set out to do today. Today I'm going for a hike. I've never done a hike before, and what better place to do it than at the Grand Dunes of Colorado. I've been hanging out there for the last few days. I've tried to camp. This video was supposed to be me hiking and camping overnight there, but it is Labor Day today and we're going through the whole Labor Day weekend thing, and the campgrounds are full. They've been full for the longest time all weekend, pretty much since Friday as far as I know. So we're not camping today, so that's gonna have to be for some future time in the channel. But we're going on a hike. We should be able to get that done. So yeah, and when we get to Fort Garland, hopefully I remember, I'm gonna tell you guys a very interesting story. I bought a new radar detector, the Escort 360C. Get it? Zoom 360, Escort 360. And this thing, I am 100% confident in it, and I couldn't have bought it at a better time, because if I didn't buy it yesterday, I would have gotten at least 2 tickets. And I have a interesting story about that radar detector that I got yesterday, that happened yesterday. When we get to Fort Garland, I will talk to you guys about it. I mean, I probably should have filmed it as it was happening, but that didn't come to mind. So I have 3 drones, and I gotta say, yesterday I flew this one that I bought a couple of days ago, the Mavic Mini from DJI, and I gotta say, I am giving away the other 2 drones to charity, because after flying this, it's DJI all the way. Now, focus, there we go. So when we get there, we're going first to the visitor center there, and then you see this right here. This is the trail I actually want to do. I want to start from here, the Montville Nature Trail, and I'm gonna go all the way up. I think I'm gonna stop maybe at the point of no return, but I'm gonna stop somewhere around here and I'm gonna come back. So it's not gonna be one of those, or I might even get probably up to here somewhere. There are stops. This map just doesn't show it, but this is what the hike's gonna look like, and this is the whole dunes area right there. So that's where we're going. So let's go. We're late already. Where is it? Oh, it's not in here. Wrong car. I like this. I picked this up at Walmart. This is to keep Suki company when I'm not in the storage. I think it'll look good right there. What do you think? Look at that. Ain't it nice? I like it. I think it's bold. It's ridiculous. It's outrageous. So I was at the storage, and then the proprietor was walking around. She said, "Are you ready for tomorrow's cold?" I was like, "Not really," but then I had no idea what she was talking about. And oh, look, oh my goodness, it's gonna get as high, I think it's 90 today, but then look at that, around 3 a.m. it's gonna drop to 39. Oh, yuck. Look at this here. The road is so straight out. As long as this dumb 300S gets out of my way. Oh, jeez Louise. Here we are at Fort Garland, Colorado. I always like to stop at that particular gas station here to gas up. It's always full. It's just so annoying. But interesting story I got to say here. Something that happened actually yesterday. And like I said, I probably should have filmed it, but I wasn't thinking. I have to say, I wasn't thinking. Come on. Hurry up, dude. Hurry up, dude. Hurry up! Don't look at me, drive. So I usually like to stop here to get gas, and that's what I did yesterday. I think what happened was actually I gassed up and I parked across from the gas station over there, and I think there was a cop over here somewhere, parked somewhere, and then because of the look of the car, you know, the wing and all that shenanigans, he assumed that as soon as I would leave, I would go do something dumb down the street. Now, I always slow down around here because I've seen cops so many times. They're always pulling people over. So I make sure, this is one place I make sure that I go slowly, right? So it turns out that that a few hours before, I decided to purchase my radar detector, the Escort 360C. And I have to say that I have full confidence in this thing now. So as soon as I drove down the street, he waited. And then he took off like a mile and a half. So as soon as I left, he waited for a little bit and he took off after me, right? He was about a mile and a half away where you can't really make him out, right? And he started shooting me and the radar detector went off and it said back there, and I looked up and I was like, is that a cop? And it was a cop. And then he kept shooting me the whole time, right? He kept shooting me and he got closer and closer, and at some point he was following me, like he was right behind me, kept shooting me, and then every time he shot me, the radar detector went off. And I was like, come on, man. And then what really ticked me off, he must have figured out that I probably had one, and then so what he did is that he pulled over. He waited for a few cars to go past him, and then he got back on the road and then started shooting me 3 cars behind. And I was like, come on, dog, come on. and then he finally just gave up and went about his way. But if it wasn't for the radar detector yesterday, I would have got 2 tickets. But that cop would have definitely there's not a doubt in my mind that he would have definitely caught me, because if I went probably as much as a mile above the speed limit, he would have pulled me over, because he was trying to find any excuse to do exactly that. I wouldn't be shocked that he ran my plates, because he was so close, like he was like right behind me for quite some time, right? So it wouldn't shock me that if he ran my plates or try to find some kind of a reason to pull me over, which I'm shocked that he didn't, because I've had cops pull me over where they asked me for the papers of the car, and that's it. They didn't even tell me why I got pulled over. It was like, basically, I wanted to see the car. Like, it was just the most annoying thing. But I bought this thing right on time because I needed this thing yesterday. So this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship, the Escort 360C. And this is not a product endorsement. It's just, I am so impressed with this radar detector. It tells you which direction, if it's coming from the left, right, behind you, in front. That is awesome. Yeah, so this is a different angle. So this is the gas station right here, and this is the road that I took off to yesterday. So the cop must have been parked somewhere around here where I did. Oh, yep, speaking of cop, there's one, right? Because they are all over here. So he waited until about a mile, like 1.5 mile, and drove after me and started shooting the living you know what out of me with his radar gun. But little did he know, or little did he knew, this Escort 360 is a beast. Alright guys, we are almost at the dunes. It's very hazy today, but it's still good weather, I say, for a decent hike. It's not gonna be a long one, probably like an hour out and an hour back. Can't even see the very top of the mountain. It's just very hazy, but we will make it work. So here we are at the dunes. Yeah, we're gonna go and get our pass to go do the trail, which starts down there. So it should be interesting. Try to fly the drone. It's a little bit windy today. I'm not sure if it's gonna be, but yeah, it's very hazy today. So visibility is not too good, but we're gonna try to do what we can. So hopefully you guys can hear me because I'm wearing my mask. So this is what we're doing. We're over here at the visitor center. So we're gonna go to Montville, and then we're gonna start hiking. This is a hike that I was recommended. It's a very epic one, but we're not gonna do that today. I should save that when we come back to go camp. But we're going to actually go this way to Buck Creek. And I learned something. There's a difference between hiking and when you're backpacking. You don't need a permit to hike, but you need to backpack. Also, the difference between backpacking and hiking is that when you're hiking, you're just walking, but backpacking is when you hike and you camp. So that's the difference. So that's what we're doing. I'm gonna go do some flying. And just like that, we're off. Alright guys, we are currently where we need to be at for the start. Montville Mosca Pass trailhead. So this is the parking lot for it. I'm assuming that the trailhead is right beyond those two people over there, past the dark colored SUV. And I had to change my shoes because Converses are not quite the right shoe to go hiking. Alright, this reminds me of the Blair Witch Project. When she was walking away from the car and she never came back. Jeez Louise. I've seen scary movies that start just like that. You know, people going into the woods and get killed. And usually the black guy dies first. So let's hope we don't repeat that. So there's a coyote that went through here not too long ago when I was driving up. Yep, there it is. Okay, I'm looking for the Wilmington. Yeah, the Wellington Ditch Trail that goes to the campground, and I think past the campground is Buck Creek, so we need to go that way. Yeah, campground is that way. So just in case you didn't know, hiking can be a great way to stay in shape. You know, some people just do it just to walk slowly and adventure, but if you do it at a high pace, yeah, you'd be surprised. So, as I said before, we need to make our way up to the campground. So, look like straight is Mosca Pass. We're not going there. Look like it's that way. Let's do it. So, I should be at the campsite about 35 minutes, I think. So, this is fun, this is cool, this is scary too. Like I said, I've seen scary movies that start just like that, man. And the black guy always dies first. So, okay, we got a sign here. Are we going in circles? So, this way is the Montville Nature Trail. We don't want that, we want the Wellington Ditch Trail. So we're going straight. Bam! Oh, I like how it hits you. How the dunes are in the distance right there. It's gorgeous. Now this is a hiking trail right there. Now this is where I wish that it wasn't so hazy today, because we can really see the beauty here. That down there is where we were a while ago. This is the visitor center. right over there. And this is the Great Sand Dunes. See, this is where I wish it wasn't so hazy today. That would be sick right there. And so we are currently going the right direction because the camping ground is somewhere over there. So we are doing really good. Yeah, buddy. The Grand Dunes look spectacular. You know, though this is really fun, and trust me, it really is. You can't really see me here because the sun is kind of behind me. Please bear with me. But at the same time, I'm a little bit wary because I saw this coyote before. Supposedly, so supposedly there's mountain lions here. There's bears here, so hopefully I don't get eaten today. But yeah, man, if today's Labor Day, so hopefully you are out there, you got up, you got out, and you're doing it. Don't stay at home, man. Time is finite. Get out there and do it and enjoy this earth. So I think it's fair to say that we definitely need to do more hiking, and we definitely need to do more hiking on Zoom 360 on the go, because this is fun. Look at the view, my God. Grand Dunes is flexing right now, though you can't really see it as clear as I would like you to see it because it's hazy today, but there are people out there on the dunes. There's an abandoned house out there. Yeah. Can you see that? It's an abandoned house. Love to check that out. Look at that. Yeah. Look at that. There are people out there, man. I don't know if you can see it. See that? Those are people out those are people out on the dunes enjoying themselves. What is that? What's making that noise? You know what? I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, I'm gonna walk right by it really quickly. Whatever it is, it sounds really mean. It's like brr, 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 brr. That tells me don't mess with me. Gotcha. Gotcha. Wouldn't wanna mess with ya. So far so good. This is an easy hike. Now at the beginning I wasn't so sure because I was going straight up and I started sweating profusely because, you know, sweating is what I do. So but it's been pretty flat or going down so far, but just to be hiking alongside the dunes though. But again, I wish it wasn't as hazy as it is today, but man, it still looks good though. It still looks awesome. But there's one thing about the dunes that I kind of don't like. It's a big beach tease. Like, if you haven't been to the beach in a while, like me, you know, because I've been living too far inland, you know, to have access to it like that. It's like you're going to the beach, but there's no water. It's a big tease, but it's all good. So we should be reaching the campground in about 5 minutes. So the ranger said to be mindful of your environment, which I am, but you know, it's peaceful and everything, but things could go south really quickly. So let's hope that doesn't happen. I think I'm on trail here. This is just water. Things could go south though, because we're out here. Yeah. So let's make sure we are aware of our environment. So far so good though. Oh. So we've reached the campsite. So as you can see, there's sites over there we can camp. Now I'm looking for a sign that says Buck Creek. I think that Loop 2. We're looking for something that says Loop 2. So this is the parking lot where you can camp out here. So yeah, it's pretty built up. If you have a car, you could drive up here. But I think this part is closed for now though. Yeah, the other places where there's people, I think, is down there. That's where we were yesterday. Yeah. So, I see a Loop 3. Oh, I think Loop 2 is down there. Maybe. Yeah. Because we have to walk through the campsite. So just remember Loop 3 and then go to Wellington right there. So I'm sure if we were here yesterday, we couldn't drive up here. But there should be people camping out there. I guess I'll just bend over. Yeah, so this is Loop 2. So this is the camping ground in here. So the way to Buck Creek should be in here somewhere. So I just learned something here. It looks like that the sign on the front gate is not always accurate because it says that the campground was full. It's not full because this is a campsite. So this is what the campsites look like at the Grand Dunes. Well, not all of them. This is like a setup site, but there are sites where you could walk further into the wood and actually set up. But you can set up your tent right here. There's a little bench right there. So this is what this kind of looks like. There's a firing pit for you to cook stuff. And so you go online and you reserve your spot, and this is what it looks like once you reserve it. This P. Srivinas was the one who reserved this from the 7th through the 8th. So he has it from tomorrow through the 8th. So that's what we're gonna do for us to be able to camp out here. So look like you can come here and park your car right here, and you could camp out here. So this is something that we're definitely gonna do. Now, yesterday I was here. Now I was here yesterday, and this place was packed. Literally every site was taken. So, but there's still some people here. I'm gonna try to find this buck place. If I can't, we're gonna turn around right here. I see a sign. Dune Trail. Look like there's the trains too. There's bathrooms too. I don't know, maybe this will help me. I am here at the campground. Where to book? There's a map. This is cool. Wow. There's bathrooms here too. That's great. Yeah, look like there's even bathrooms here. I didn't know that. There's another latrine here. There's more than one. This is great. Got a hand washing station. Wow. So there's a map. Go over there.
Yeah, visitor center with it. Absolutely.
Buck Creek. Where is it? So we're really close, man. Buck Creek is really close. I wonder if this is the trail right here. Okay, so now the loop is starting to go around. I think the trail we just missed, that's the trail to Buck Creek. I think that's the trail. So I'm gonna turn around and take that trail because we still have 10 minutes to turn around time. So it's up there. Oh yeah, we're definitely coming here to camp though. That is so happening. That is so happening. And we could just come here, you know, come here during the weekend. And everything is built up. This is a great place to camp for the first time. All right, so we're leaving parking 2, which is the camping ground. This is a great place to start camping. If you've never camped before, this style of camping is great because everything is already built up down there. You got bathrooms, sinks to wash your hands. This is the perfect place to camp for the first time if you've never actually camped before, which I'm going to try out soon enough. So I still have time to keep walking because it's 3:54. I kind of want to turn around 4. So there's a guy I talked to down there because there is no sign that says where this trail goes. But just based off the map here, there should be the way to, ooh, watch it. This should be the way to Buck Creek. So it should be. It's a little bit ways off. I'm not gonna get to it today, but that was a kick-ass hike though. And we're definitely coming back to camp and do some more hiking. Most definitely. And hopefully when we do it, the sand dunes will be much clearer to see, because according to the map I should be next to it, but not for long. And I think, yeah, this is the way to it. But I think I'm gonna stop right here and we are going to walk back to the car. So this was awesome. So we are going to return here to actually camp because I've tried to camp. So I've tried to camp here during this Labor Day weekend, but it was impossible because I just couldn't get one for the days I wanted. So I think after this weekend it should be pretty easy because, you know, Labor Day weekend is like the close of summer, so the kids go back to school, quote unquote, so the parents probably will not have any incentive to come here. So I should be able to get slots much easier. So I think like on a weekend or something like that, I'm just gonna show up here and camp. So needless to say, this was my first time walking through such a site, and I have to say it exceeded my expectations, because for someone like me, like who wants to camp, something like that is the best possible option, because though I'm sure that I could do it if I had to, but you know, I wouldn't want to go out there camping in the complete wild on my very first time by myself. Okay, so I mean, I would do it if I had to, but I'm glad this option exists. So for some reason they closed loop 3. This is the exact same thing that we just saw at loop 2, except for some reason this is closed. So, and this is reservations and it's tents only. So yeah, so I'm sure the reason why this is closed is, I'm sure it's closed because of COVID, you know, because they can't operate the park to full capacity because of COVID. Gosh, I hate COVID. I had so many trips planned this year for Zoom 360. I was gonna take you guys so many places that I haven't been, and it was gonna be so much fun, but COVID kind of threw all that away, sort of. But it's all good. Yeah, so this is area 3, and this is camp. This is tents only. You can't bring RVs out here. It is straight up tents only. And yeah, this is perfect for first time campers. Okay, like if you're camping by yourself for the first time, this is definitely the kind of camping that you want to start off with, which I'm going to do. So the camping grounds close on October 30th. I didn't ask when they open again, probably during the spring. So before October 30th, we're definitely gonna come up here and camp. So stay tuned for that video. Black man camping. Nothing can possibly go wrong. So one thing I noticed about this trail, at least this section, this very part of the trail is loaded with fire ants. This is a hive right there. See? They are all over this trail, man. So if you're gonna stop, don't stop for too long. If you do, that's your ass, Mr. Postman. Ah, the dunes. I wish it wasn't so hazy. I wish it wasn't so hazy. Look at that. It's another hive. They are all over this trail. Don't fall or stop. Oh, geez Louise. I did not notice that on my way too. I mean, I spotted one or two, but I thought that was just one or two, but it's just fun. And we're definitely gonna do more hiking. I do plan to do more hiking. For example, Zion National Park has some killer hiking trails, man. There are places in Arizona, killer hikes, and we definitely gonna do those. I mean, there are great hikes here too. It's just that I'm gonna do them when I come back here to camp, because I'm gonna come back here to camp like several days, so there's gonna be plenty of time to hike. So it's gonna be awesome. But yeah, but the camping ground back there, that's exactly the kind of thing I needed. Still got that eerie feeling to make sure that something's not coming at me from up top, and making sure something's not coming towards me from the bottom. That right there. Yes. 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 That right there. Oh yeah. Look at that. This is so cool. This is a great point of view. This is so cool. And this is where I wish it wasn't so hazy. Look at that. This is not natural. Someone did this. Someone did this. So I can see the parking lot. Looks like that I'm gonna survive. Looks like the black man will not be killed. Horror movie style. So look like we're gonna make it. Look like we're gonna make it. So this is where we started. This was a fun hike. It was really fun. You know, getting up there and seeing the dunes was great. Looked like we're gonna make it. I see some new people showing up to get it in. So I noticed there is a problem with the car. coming up here was making a noise. We're gonna have to have that checked out. Yeah, there's a noise coming from the front wheel, but I think we are fine to head back home. So, all right, guys, this is Zone 360 on the go. I hope you guys enjoyed this hike that we did. It was actually pretty fun. I didn't expect it to be as fun as it was, but it really was, and I really like the view of the dunes. So if you are within driving distance of the dunes, or it doesn't matter, make sure that you make the time to come out here and visit the dunes. So next we are coming back here to camp. I have to bring the car back to the shop because I'm hearing some noise from the front left wheel. I think we're good to get back home, but I have to make sure that she is good to go because that is my travel car. There are more cars coming starting next year that I'm gonna start to road trip with, but this is my main one right now. So yeah, but the next trip is gonna be the camping trip. Ensure that you visit the Grand Dunes. It was tons of fun. This is Zone 360 inviting you to get up, get out, and do it. Like, subscribe, and share. And I'm out.